Yeah. Yeah, baby. SSB bar out here. Get this multi-grip in here. So today's agenda is the same as last time. Let's take this ring off so I don't destroy this little door. So yeah, I'm gonna multi-grip bench press. And yeah, with a closer grip, and then we're gonna do a supinated pull with the pulley here, and I'm gonna try and go back and forth as fast as we possibly can. So without further ado, let's jump in here. Let's put the tracking on my watch. Just gonna slide over here. Well, actually, let's slide a bit more. Whoa, really dizzy from that bench press set. Jeez. Okay, so we will have to move the chair a bit to the side. Try and get sort of yeah, try and align myself with the center here so we don't unnecessarily tax the mechanisms here, and then just do kind of like a pull up type of motion. So what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to emphasize movement variations that really hit my arms more than anything else, because that's something I want to emphasize right now. So I'm doing these compound movements in a sort of a variation that helps me accentuate the workload on the arms. So So not only do we do close grip, but I have a slightly sort of, what would we call this? Slightly pronated grip, half pronated grip on the multi-grip. And then on the pull we're doing a supinated, which means palms upwards pull to get the biceps a bit more involved. Still hitting the main muscle groups in the back and the pushing section as well, but just trying to optimize our limited time here at the gym. Yeah, so I was sick again. Got some kind of bullshit virus or something, and I feel like I'm still, or I should say again, have something else going on. So I will take that into the equation and listen to what my body's saying. The issue for me is if I get sick, that pretty much means for the next, it takes me about 3 weeks to get back to normal, even if the kind of the main brunt of the proper sickness, properly being ill, that takes about maybe a week, but then the next 2 weeks I'm just really exhausted and still have like mild flu symptoms, and if I try and work out then I'll get sick. So but I'll just I'm trying to do my best, so well, that's pretty much all I can do here. The agility here must be mind staggering. So when I'm pulling, I like to hold my lats. I like to hold the areas, or touch, I should probably say, touch the areas that I'm trying to activate, especially in the pulls. Even if I want to, well, in general, I'd say touching the lat really helps me in general be more aware of my back and activate that. Even if you are targeting another area, it's not like you can really touch everything back there, but yeah, it really helps you kind of initiate the movement in the right place. We seem to be missing a lock here, which is pretty interesting. Seems like it is down here. Yeah, I'm not feeling all that great. Kind of pukey. Pukey as well as just weak. So this will probably actually end up being pretty short. I don't really feel like I can push myself to any sort of a reasonable place if I'm already feeling a bit sort of iffy. So this will probably be super short, and then I'll probably do some cardio on the treadmill. That's what it's called. But we'll still keep going. We'll see. We'll see where we land. Oh. Oh my lord. Yeah, that is heavy as shit. Which is often the case if, well, always the case if I've been sick or getting sick. I just fucking hate this infinite cycle that I'm in, if I'm honest. Don't know how to solve for it. Doesn't seem like anyone else does. But the other option is do nothing, turn into a fucking skeleton and die off, I guess. So that's not an option. It's really frustrating when you work out and you feel the positive effects, feel the positive impact, sort of acutely, but then things just on the whole spiral into worse and worse things. It boggles my fucking mind that medical doctors can't really figure this shit out. It really pisses me off. You would think something like this would be really fucking simple to piece together when you have so much fucking information, but no. Nope. What's up, Luminix? Luminix saying you should do steroids about it. I think you're right. I'm pretty sure I would at least see some acute improvements, although I'm rather sure that it would also exacerbate. That's the word, I think. Some of the chronic issues as well. But I would be interested in knowing how much improvements in my testosterone levels would help how I felt. Obviously, I am curious and wondering about that. I wouldn't take steroids for that. There are couple of just supplement solutions as well that can help you quite, significantly help with that. So I will try that probably this summer. But yeah, I mean, give me the juice. Give me all the magic sauce. But obviously none of the drawbacks. None of that. So I back down to this pathetic amount of weight here. My thought is here, I just want to move weight, get the blood flowing, and I'll do as many sets as feels good. And I'm hoping I'll be better as a result of that. But I'm not going to push into any weight that per se feels heavy. I'd rather just have enough sets that are long enough or enough sets to kind of make it tough. But in terms of kind of weight resistance, I'm not looking to aggravate that at all. I will get the difficulty from the reps. Good. Jump right in here. Womanik says, what's the problem? Are you asking what, well, my issue is that I seem to be incapable of sustaining even any sort of a conservative training routine, like a minimum amount of, oh, thanks for the follows, by the way, Esteban, CT9000, and also 1-2-shot on Twitch. Glad to have you with us. So yeah, the issue is I can't do like a minimum amount of resistance training and cardio, even to maintain my health. I can do that for about 2 weeks and then I just burn out. So yeah, it's not great. And then I also do have coronary artery disease. I had a heart attack a year and a half ago about, which is also unexplained. And yeah, I just keep getting completely, what's the word, burned out and sick over and over again, even when I try and take it very, very easy and conservative. So, and it's been like this for, what year is it now? About 8 years. So, and then I have a bunch of other weird symptoms like dizziness and all kind of pain in my, well, a lot of places. So alright, so it seems like my body is finally warming up to this entire process. It's just when we're about to start winding things down, which is pretty typical. shit. Woo. And my grip is not what it used to be. Lominix asking, what do you mean burnout? Yeah, basically just being absolutely exhausted, tired, and then when I return to the gym, even after sufficient sleep, you know, rest, nutrition, etc., I just keep coming back to the gym being weaker than before, even though everything should be okay to go. So basically my nervous system is just fried. And it fries super easy. So it's very difficult for me to figure out a way to get progressive overload, because I can't really sustain progressive overload very easily. So yeah, just nervous system burnout and being exhausted. Lominix asking, what meds are you on? So I went from having no meds to first having, let me get this right, 5 or 6 after the heart attack. So obviously I'm on a statin, which is just 10 milligrams, which is the smallest. Well, you could also go with 5, but that's what I'm on. That doesn't make me feel good at all. I get pains in my arms because of that. I'm definitely exhausted. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm definitely more tired and achy as a result of it, but there's nothing, like, it seems to just accentuate what I already had before. It would be hard for me to assess how that makes me feel right now. I would have to come off the statin, but when I started taking it, yeah, I would just be super tired, very achy and exhausted. But this doesn't change the issue I had before the statin, which is this chronic burning out, nervous system just burning out. Okay, I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So yeah, statin, aspirin, beta blocker. Beta blocker is a very small dose, but still. Then I'm also taking a kind of a cholesterol absorption lessening drug, which doesn't give me any symptoms. And then I'm on I think it's triptyline, what it's called. I don't know what it's actually in English, but that's like a rough translation. And that is for the aches and pains in my arms, which I get due to the statin, which is, you know, not a great position to be in. But it's like, it's an equation of like, do I want to mitigate a next heart attack as much as possible versus how do I feel? But yeah, those are the ones. Aspirin, beta blocker, statin, cholesterol med, and then the triptyline. I don't know what it is in English, but like I said, I mean, no, it's not that simple, because like I said, I already had this symptom for years before even taking those drugs. And like I said, the statin simply made me more tired than before and get more of those muscle aches, which I would get already before the statin for years. So no, it does not solve the mystery, because I started taking these drugs 2022, And I started having these symptoms back in 2016 when I was on no medication. So no, it doesn't answer the mystery. But yeah, statins do not make me feel great. But at this dose, the effects are very minimal. I tried many different doses. The 20 milligrams made me feel like shit. 10 was manageable, and at 10 the biggest issue was the aches in my arms. But yeah, I would have all of these symptoms for years before the statin, and the statin doesn't influence the bigger issue that I have. Oh, fuck, I'm really about to pass out, jeez. All right. Lemonix saying, take amphetamine instead of that cockstack. Don't have access to that drug. So we're gonna wrap this up by doing some arms. We're gonna do our I still don't know what this would be called, but back to back, different implement. Tricep extension thing. Lominix says I can give you a source. As nice as it would feel, probably at first, do have a feeling it would not improve my health condition as a whole. I'm gonna see what kind of weight we should be looking at here. This is a real mess, this notation system of mine, but okay. So how does this? Let's go with let's add 10 on there. See how that feels for just a couple of reps, and I have a sinking feeling it's definitely gonna feel heavier than I'd like. You take amphetamines on, just take it on leg days. It works for me. Longevity is overrated. Yeah, I mean, whichever way you wanna. Let me get this sled in view as well. Yeah, whichever way you wanna live your life. I would like to live a very long life because I have a lot of things that I want to do. I also have kids, and I also would hope to see my kids have kids. So it would be nice to see that. And just, I have a shit ton of music that I want to write, so I'm pretty sure I'll die before I've written everything that I want to write. So I'm definitely like a quality of life person over just length, but it's definitely a balance. Oh my God. That's a fucking burn right there. Jeez. This dizziness is really bad today, especially. Alright, so straight into this implement. Oh my lord, that's heavy. Should really take a longer break between here. Make this make more sense, but next time onwards. Or rather, I should go back to back with between biceps and triceps. It makes more sense. But it is what it is. Lomanix asking, how does your blood work look? Well, otherwise it's been pretty normal. So, yeah, it really depends on what marker you're talking about, but throughout the years, nothing special has popped up. I did have slightly elevated cholesterol and triglycerides at some point, but even that didn't really last maybe longer than half a year, and that was, way back, whatever, a year. But even that's not at a level that doctors would ever, well, I should say ever, but in general medicate. And also they were most of the time in the normal range, so that's really the only thing. Then I have slightly elevated creatine and slightly, I have no idea what it is in English, but it's basically it measures the filtration, I think, speed of your kidneys, which for me is slightly down. So if my creatine is up and that is down, means basically I have first level kidney issues, but it's not anything doctors don't even care about. So it's not like basically do anything about it. Yeah, nothing else that I can remember. Those are really the main things. I do have subclinical thyroid, or I should say I've had subclinical thyroid. What's the word? When it's not operating quite at the level as it should. But even that, I think last time was normal. So, yeah. What should I put on this bicep curl? Yeah, elevated creatine is normal if you exercise. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you are a bigger person, like I used to be pretty close to 100 kg, and now I'm about 80 kg. Back then, maybe justifiable, but even it hasn't changed at all with my size, which is, I believe the main reason if your creatine is higher is that you just have more muscle mass. I don't think it comes purely from just doing exercise, or I could be wrong, but from what I've understood, it's if you have more muscle mass, then the creatine tends to get high. But because the kidney filtering speed thingy-majingy is down below, it's more of an indication of the fact that I just have, pretty crappy kidneys, basically. Lomanix asking, how much caffeine do you consume? So, right now, my only source of caffeine is tea, which I have every day. I have this kind of Chinese fermented tea. So basically the caffeine levels in there are lower than average in tea. And right now I steep them really quickly and fast. So I don't know, it's pretty tough to measure, but probably I would imagine maybe a third of what's in a coffee cup, if even that. But that's about it. I do have a bit of dark chocolate that obviously has caffeine in there. Very little, but still. And I think that's about it. I used to drink kombucha, and I still kind of want to. I've been testing a very low carb diet. Well, I shouldn't say low, very, but yeah, pretty low carb for a while. So, so even that is out the window, and even kombucha doesn't have a ton of caffeine in there. But the only one is really the Shukur fermented tea, which doesn't have as much to begin with, and I'm only steeping it for a very, very short moment because I'm definitely caffeine sensitive. If I have coffee, I get really fucking shaky. So I think the theanine in tea is really helping me to balance it out, but I don't really feel a lot different, at least at this level of caffeine consumption. Olenek's asking, do you sleep well? Yeah. So, sleep for me, for years for me, I hadn't woken up feeling like super rested. I just wake up feeling kind of getting to a functional baseline level. So that's still a bit of a mystery. I sleep 8 to 9 hours every night, unless there's something up with the kid. So then I just can't. But then I'll just catch up the next night, hopefully. So I sleep enough. I have a mouthpiece for sleep apnea, which I'm still getting used to, but there's still stuff there that could be improved. I think I need to get used to the mouthpiece, and then I also need to get some of the nose tape because I do have very narrow airways here. So, but yeah, my sleep isn't very restorative. I get enough REM sleep. Deep sleep is a bit harder, usually hovering around maybe 10% or 12 or something like that, which isn't ideal. but it seems to be very. Otherwise, I do everything sleep hygiene wise that should help, but it's still definitely something that I would love to wake up and feel like super restored. I just don't ever feel like that. So that's definitely something I would love to figure out how to improve further, but it seems pretty tough. What's up, Peppu Heppu? Saying terse. So I'm assuming we have a Finn in the chat. How are you doing? Lomanik says, just take a stimulant before a workout, should be fine. You mean like caffeine stimulant or one of those amphetamines? Yeah, I mean, I've tried just the typical pre-workouts, which yeah, I don't they don't really do much for me. That's at this point. I'm assuming you're probably talking about some heavier stuff than that. HGH, so I'm presuming you mean human growth hormone, greatly improved my sleep. I'm sure it does. For me, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't want to take anything that makes me more likely to get another heart attack. So that's. I'm sure it's fucking awesome from the perspective of the feeling better and getting stronger and bigger. But this isn't like a primary thing for me in life. It's just to get my baseline to a better place and at least try and be healthy. But I'm sure it helps. All right, that's it for today. If you are not subscribed, first of all, what the fuck are you doing? You're missing out on this amazing best stream on Earth right now. That's official. Consider following, subscribing wherever you may be watching this multi-stream. And I'm gonna head to the shower. I haven't showered in many days because I'm too busy, which is sad, but I will do so today. I don't rot away like a fucking Nurgle follower. All right, that's it. Lovenik says, all right, I'll come back to Mogyu another day. Sure, sounds good to me. Thanks for the follow. All right. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Finished.